Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're diving deep into one of America's most fascinating and surprising coin stories, the Kentucky State Quarter from 2001. At first glance, it might look like just another piece of pocket change, but believe me, this coin hides a story of rarity, history, and unexpected fortune. So, get comfortable, because by the end of this video, you'll see why collectors all around the world are searching for this little piece of Kentucky's pride. Let's start with a bit of history. The Kentucky Quarter was released in 2001 as part of the famous United States 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin series in U.S. history. This program celebrated each of the 50 states with a unique design that reflected its culture, landmarks, and history. When the Kentucky Quarter was released, it became the 15th coin in the series, representing not just the state's beauty, but its deep connection to American heritage. The design on this coin is nothing short of elegant. On the front, or the obverse, you'll find the classic portrait of George Washington, a design we all recognize. But the magic lies on the reverse side. There, you see a stunning depiction of Federal Hill, also known as My Old Kentucky Home, framed by a wooden fence and a racehorse standing proudly in front of it. The design perfectly captures Kentucky's famous love for horses and its historical charm. The words, "My Old Kentucky Home," beneath the image remind everyone of the state's cultural roots and musical legacy. Now, what makes this coin truly interesting isn't just its beauty. It's the rare variations and minting errors that have made certain Kentucky quarters incredibly valuable. You see, not all quarters are created equal. Most were struck perfectly and entered circulation by the millions, but a few came out with unique flaws, small mistakes that the mint never intended. These rare errors are what collectors dream of finding. One of the most famous types of error on the Kentucky Quarter is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing or shifted to one side. The more dramatic the misalignment, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. Then there's the double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled. The letters, numbers, or even parts of the horse or house may look like they have a shadow. These double details were caused by an imperfect striking process, and collectors love them because no two are exactly alike. Another rare and exciting variety is the die crack or die break. Over time, the dies used to strike coins develop tiny cracks. When a coin is struck with a cracked die, it leaves a raised line or unusual mark on the surface of the coin. These unique marks make every coin slightly different, like a fingerprint from history. And yes, if the crack appears near a key design feature, like the horse's head or the lettering, that tiny detail can add hundreds or even thousands of dollars to its value. But the rarest of them all, the Kentucky quarters that were struck on the wrong metal planchet, meaning they were accidentally minted on a coin blank mint for another denomination, like a dime or foreign coin. These are the true treasures that collectors dream about. A Kentucky quarter struck on a different metal is a 1 in a million find. And when such a piece shows up at auction, it can sell for jaw-dropping prices. Now imagine finding one of these rare quarters in your coin jar, or maybe tucked away in an old collection. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. Each coin tells a story. Each mark has meaning. And for collectors, that combination of art, history, and mystery is irresistible. For those who love details, the Kentucky Quarter was produced at two main U.S. mints, Philadelphia and Denver, and each has its own mint mark, a tiny P or D under the word "In God We Trust." Most circulated coins from these mints are common, but coins in mint condition, especially with errors, are where the true value lies. Collectors often look for coins that are shiny, sharp in detail, and free from scratches. Those can be graded by professionals and valued far higher than you'd ever expect. And that brings us to the most exciting part, the value. While a normal 2001 Kentucky quarter might only be worth 25 cents, a rare version with the right combination of minting error, perfect condition, and collector demand can sell for an unbelievable amount. One such coin, a flawless specimen with a unique minting error, was reported to have sold for $83,000. Yes, you heard that right. 83,000 US dollars for a single Kentucky quarter. So the next time you come across a state quarter, take a closer look. Check the edges, study the design, and look for any unusual markings. That simple habit might turn an ordinary coin into a life-changing discovery. Every coin has a story, and sometimes, those stories are worth far more than you can imagine. So keep collecting, keep exploring, and never stop looking, because your next great treasure could be sitting right there in your pocket. Top 2 today's story is one that has fascinated collectors around the world: the mystery and value behind the 2004 Wisconsin state quarter. At first glance, it might seem like an ordinary coin from your spare change. But what if I told you that some of these quarters could be worth a small fortune? Yes, you heard that right. A single Wisconsin quarter could turn out to be one of the most valuable pieces of modern U.S. coinage ever discovered. So, sit back, listen closely, and let's uncover the secret behind this incredible coin. The Wisconsin state quarter was released in 2004 as part of the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a collection that honored every U.S. state with a unique design representing its culture and history. The design for Wisconsin was both simple and symbolic. It showcased the state's proud agricultural heritage. On the back of the coin, you can see a detailed image of a cow, a wheel of cheese, and a stalk of corn, three symbols that represent Wisconsin's identity as America's dairyland. It's a beautiful design that captures the hard-working spirit of the state and its deep connection to farming. However, it wasn't just the design that made this coin famous. It was the unexpected discovery of a mysterious minting error that would take the coin world by storm. Shortly after the release of the Wisconsin quarter, collectors began noticing something unusual. On some coins, the ear of corn had an extra leaf, something that wasn't supposed to be there. There were two different varieties of this error, one with a high extra leaf and one with a low extra leaf. These variations were not intentional. They were the result of a die gouge or alteration during the minting process. But for collectors, these errors instantly transformed an ordinary coin into a rare and valuable treasure. Now, you might wonder, why would a tiny extra leaf make such a big difference? In the world of coin collecting, rarity and uniqueness are everything. When a small mistake like this happens during minting, only a limited number of coins are affected. That makes them incredibly sought after. Imagine thousands of collectors searching through their pocket change, hoping to spot that tiny, extra leaf on the corn. It became a nationwide coin hunt. Some people even started checking rolls of quarters from banks, dreaming of striking gold with one of these rare pieces. The mystery behind the extra leaf error made headlines and sparked countless debates among experts. Some believed it was a genuine die gouge caused by accidental damage to the coin die. Others thought it might have been done intentionally by a mint worker as a joke or experiment. Whatever the truth, one thing became clear. These error coins were extremely rare, and their value began to skyrocket. Most of the error quarters were found in rolls distributed in the state of Arizona and a few other western states. That limited distribution only added to their mystique. The more people searched, the more valuable the coins became. Over the years, collectors have paid thousands for these coins, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition. The extra leaf errors aren't the only thing that make Wisconsin quarters special. Even normal 2004 Wisconsin quarters that have been preserved perfectly, with no scratches or wear, can fetch impressive prices if professionally graded. But the true stars are those high leaf and low leaf varieties. If you're lucky enough to find one, you're holding a coin that represents one of the most famous minting errors in modern American history. Let's talk about what to look for if you want to check your own Wisconsin quarter. Take a close look at the corn stalk. On the regular design, you'll see a single clean leaf pointing upward. But on the error versions, there's an extra leaf sticking out. On one variety, the extra leaf is higher and closer to the ear of corn, and on the other, it's lower, curling downward. It's a small detail, but it's the key to identifying a coin that could be worth a fortune. Collectors love the Wisconsin quarter because it tells a story of craftsmanship, mystery, and discovery. It reminds us that even in the modern era of precision minting, small mistakes can still happen, and those mistakes can turn an ordinary object into something extraordinary. Every scratch, every tiny line, and every design quirk can hold a secret waiting to be discovered by someone with a keen eye and a bit of patience. Next time you receive change at a store or come across a roll of quarters, take a moment to look closely at the Wisconsin coin. That little cow, cheese, and corn design might be hiding something special. You never know when a lucky find could change your life. Some collectors have built entire careers around finding coins like these, rare, valuable, and full of history. And now for the part you've all been waiting for, the value. While a regular 2004 Wisconsin quarter is worth only 25 cents, the rare error varieties, especially those in perfect mint condition, have been known to sell for an astonishing 80,000 US dollars. So keep your eyes open, coin hunters. That little piece of metal in your pocket could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter is a reminder that every coin has a story, and sometimes, those stories are worth far more than we ever imagined. Top 3, we're uncovering the incredible story behind the 2007 Utah State Quarter, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, but hides a secret that could make it worth an unbelievable amount of money. This is not just another quarter from your change jar. This one has a mystery, a design rich with symbolism, and rare errors that have collectors around the world searching high and low to find it. So listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this Utah quarter so special, and why it could turn out to be one of the most valuable coins you'll ever come across. Let's start with the history behind this coin. The Utah State Quarter was released in 2007 as part of the United States Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in U.S. history. This coin represented the 45th state to join the Union and celebrated Utah's heritage, innovation, and connection to the expansion of America's railroads. The design on the reverse side features 2 locomotives facing each other, with a symbolic image of the golden spike between them. This powerful image represents the historic completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869, which took place at Promontory Summit, Utah. That event literally connected the east and west coasts of the United States, marking one of the most important moments in American history. The design captures unity, progress, and achievement, but beyond its beauty lies something much more interesting. As with many coins, not all Utah quarters were minted perfectly. Some came out with fascinating errors that have made them worth far more than their face value. These errors are what coin collectors dream of, small imperfections that turn a simple coin into a rare and valuable treasure point. One of the most well-known types of errors found on the Utah quarter is the double die error. This occurs when the coin design is accidentally struck twice, slightly out of alignment. When this happens, parts of the lettering or details, such as the words Crossroads of the West or the spikes between the trains, appear doubled. Under magnification, the details look as if they have a shadow or echo. These coins are rare and highly sought after because the doubling is a clear and visible mistake, making each one a unique piece of minting history. Another fascinating error that has been found on a few Utah quarters is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin isn't positioned correctly in the minting press, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted toward one side. The more dramatic the shift, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. A small misalignment might make a coin interesting, but a major off-center strike can make it worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to serious collectors. There are also a few known Utah quarters with die cracks or breaks, small raised lines or blobs of metal caused by cracks in the die that struck the coin. These imperfections often appear like raised veins across the surface, especially near the trains or the words Utah and 1896. Each crack pattern is unique, and collectors treat them like fingerprints. No two are exactly alike. The more visible and distinctive the die crack, the higher the coin's collectible value. What makes the Utah quarter even more special is the story behind its creation. By 2007, the 50 State Quarters program had become a cultural phenomenon. Millions of people across the country were collecting coins, trading them, and filling special maps to complete their sets. But even within that excitement, the Utah quarter stood out. Its design, celebrating a moment that united a nation, struck a deep emotional chord. When error coins began surfacing, They became instant legends among coin enthusiasts. For collectors, finding one of these rare Utah quarters is like finding a piece of hidden history. Many of the most valuable examples come from rolls of coins that were never circulated, meaning they stayed untouched since they left the mint. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition hold even greater value, especially when combined with a striking error. So if you ever come across a 2007 Utah quarter that looks different, maybe the trains don't line up perfectly or the letters seem slightly doubled, don't spend it. You might be holding a hidden gem worth a small fortune. Collectors love this coin not just for its potential value, but for what it represents. A moment in history when two halves of a country were joined by steel, steam, and determination. The Utah quarter reminds us that every coin is a little piece of art and history combined, telling a story that connects people through time. That's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. The sense of discovery, the excitement of the hunt, and the possibility that something extraordinary is waiting right in your pocket. So, how valuable can this coin really be? While an ordinary 2007 Utah quarter is worth just 25 cents, certain rare error versions, especially those with strong double dies, dramatic off-center strikes, or other unique minting flaws, have sold for truly unbelievable amounts at auctions. Some have even reached the kind of prices that most collectors can only dream of. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. One of these rare 2007 Utah State quarters, with a clear minting error and in perfect uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing 78,000 US dollars. So check your change, dig into your coin jars, and keep an eye out for that iconic Utah design with the two trains and the golden spike. Who knows? Your next handful of quarters could hold a little piece of history worth a fortune. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than gold. We're taking a journey to the northeastern United States to explore one of the most intriguing coins in the 50 State Quarters series, the 2000 New Hampshire State Quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another quarter from your pocket, but don't be fooled. This tiny piece of metal carries a story of history, artistry, and incredible rarity. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some versions of this coin have become a collector's dream and how one could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. The New Hampshire State Quarter was released in the year 2000, the ninth design in the U.S. Mint's legendary 50 State Quarters program. Each coin in the series highlighted the spirit and identity of an American state, and New Hampshire's design is among the most symbolic. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a detailed engraving of the famous Old Man of the Mountain, a natural rock formation that once stood proudly in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Beneath it are the words Old Man of the Mountain and the state's motto, Live Free or Die. This bold motto, first declared during the American Revolution, captures the independent and fearless character of the people of New Hampshire. But here's what makes this coin even more fascinating. Not every New Hampshire quarter is the same. While millions were produced, only a small number contain special minting errors and variations that turn them from ordinary coins into valuable treasures. These rare mistakes are what send collectors on endless hunts, examining every detail under magnification, hoping to uncover a piece of history worth thousands. One of the most sought-after types of errors on the 2000 New Hampshire quarter is the double die strike. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, slightly misaligned. On these coins, you might notice doubled letters or numbers, particularly in the words New Hampshire, Live Free or Die, or the year 2000. Under the right light, this doubling effect gives the coin a shadow-like appearance that immediately catches a collector's eye. Double die errors are rare, and their value depends on how visible and dramatic the doubling is. The clearer the error, the higher the price. Another exciting variation is the off-center strike. During minting, if the blank coin planchet shifts slightly out of position, the design ends up being off balance, sometimes by just a few percent, and other times by almost half the coin's surface. The more off-center the design, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. A quarter showing only part of the Old Man of the Mountain or missing parts of the inscriptions could easily attract serious collector attention. There have also been reports of 2000 New Hampshire quarters with die cracks or die breaks, tiny raised lines that form when the metal die used to stamp the coin begins to crack over time. These imperfections appear as thin raised veins or blobs of metal running through the design, especially near the mountains or the rim. Each die crack pattern is unique, making these coins one-of-a-kind collectibles. In the world of coin enthusiasts, these tiny flaws are like fingerprints of history, marking the exact moment when the mint's precision faltered, leaving behind something rare and beautiful. A few lucky collectors have even found quarters that were struck on the wrong metal planchet, a mistake that happens when the coin is minted on a blank mint for another denomination, like a dime or foreign coin. These coins weigh less than a normal quarter and often have a different metallic color or edge texture. Because they are so scarce, they can sell for extraordinary amounts. Beyond the errors, condition also plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. Most quarters from 2000 have been in circulation for decades, showing scratches and wear from daily use. But if you have one that's still in mint state, shiny, flawless, and never circulated, its value increases dramatically. Collectors often send such coins to professional grading services to get an official rating. A high-grade New Hampshire quarter with a rare minting error can easily command a price that turns heads in the numismatic world. What makes the New Hampshire quarter even more meaningful is the story of the Old Man of the Mountain itself. The rock formation that inspired the design collapsed in 2003, just a few years after the coin's release. That means this coin captures an image of something that no longer exists in real life, a natural monument that once stood as a symbol of pride for the entire state. In a way, the quarter has become both a tribute and a time capsule, preserving a piece of American history forever in metal. Collectors love coins that tell stories, and the New Hampshire state quarter does exactly that. It's a reminder of freedom, resilience, and the beauty of imperfection, qualities that make it more than just currency. Every error coin has a tale of chance and mystery. Maybe it slipped past the watchful eyes of mint inspectors, or maybe it was part of a batch that was never meant to be released. Either way, it's the thrill of discovery that makes finding one so exciting. Now comes the question that everyone wants answered. How much can a 2000 New Hampshire state quarter actually be worth? While a regular one from your change is still worth 25 cents, certain rare versions, those with strong double die errors, major off-center strikes, or unusual planchet mistakes, have been sold for life-changing amounts at coin auctions. And yes, one of these incredible 2000 New Hampshire state quarters, found in uncirculated condition and featuring a clear minting error, was valued at an astonishing $76,000. So check your pockets, your coin jars, and your old collections. That little piece of American history you've been overlooking might just be a hidden treasure. Keep hunting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than gold. Top 5, we're taking a trip down south to the vibrant state of Louisiana, a place famous for its music, culture, and history. But did you know that Louisiana also gave us one of the most fascinating coins in the entire 50-state quarter series? Yes, we're talking about the 2002 Louisiana state quarter, a small piece of metal that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why some of these coins are so valuable and what secret details make them worth searching for. The Louisiana state quarter was released in 2002 as part of the U.S. Mint's popular 50-state quarters program, a series that captured the essence of every American state through unique coin designs. The Louisiana quarter was the 18th coin in this series, and it celebrates one of the most historic events in U.S. history, the Louisiana Purchase of 1803. That moment changed the face of the nation forever, when the United States bought a massive stretch of land from France, doubling the country's size and shaping its future. The design of this quarter is truly a tribute to Louisiana's spirit. On the reverse side, you'll see an outline of the United States highlighting the territory gained in the Louisiana Purchase, with a star marking the state itself. Beside it, there's a trumpet with musical notes, representing the birth of jazz, a sound that changed music forever. The design also features the image of the pelican, the state bird, symbolizing resilience and renewal. Together, these elements beautifully capture the story of Louisiana, a mix of culture, history, and rhythm that still echoes through time. But beyond its design lies a story that makes this coin even more interesting for collectors. While millions of Louisiana quarters were minted, only a few contain special minting errors that make them incredibly rare and valuable. These small imperfections, often invisible to the untrained eye, are what turn a 25-cent coin into a collector's dream point. One of the most talked about varieties of the Louisiana quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice during minting, slightly off from the first strike. The result? Certain parts of the coin's design, like the words Louisiana Purchase, 1803, or even the trumpet and notes, appear doubled or shadowed. These coins are extremely popular among collectors because the doubling is a clear sign of a minting mistake, and no two errors look exactly the same. The more visible the doubling, the higher the value. Another rare and exciting type of error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank coin, or planchet, is not placed perfectly in the minting press. When struck, part of the design ends up missing or shifted to one side. These errors are easy to recognize because the rim appears uneven or incomplete. The more off-center the design, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the entire date and key features are still visible. Some Louisiana quarters have also been discovered with die cracks or die breaks. Over time, the metal dies used to stamp the coins can develop small cracks. When a coin is struck with a damaged die, raised lines or blobs of extra metal appear on its surface. These imperfections can show up anywhere, near the trumpet, across the pelican, or along the edges. Each one is unique, which makes every coin with such a feature one of a kind. Perhaps the most thrilling discovery of all is the Louisiana quarters struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally minted on a blank mint for another coin, such as a dime or foreign currency. These errors are extremely rare, and when they surface, they can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Collectors call them wrong planchet errors, and their value can soar far beyond what anyone would expect from a regular quarter. Condition also plays a massive role in determining value. Coins that have been in circulation for years tend to show scratches, dullness, and wear. But those that have been preserved in mint state condition, meaning they've never been used, are the true treasures. Shiny, uncirculated Louisiana quarters with strong mint luster and no blemishes can be worth hundreds, even without major errors. Add an error or rare variety on top of that, and you have something that can change a collector's life. Now, what makes this coin even more special is its connection to American history. The Louisiana Purchase was one of the greatest land deals ever made, a transaction that expanded the nation's borders and shaped its destiny. This coin celebrates that monumental moment, making it more than just currency. It's a miniature monument to progress and discovery. When you hold a Louisiana quarter in your hand, you're holding a symbol of growth, opportunity, and freedom, a perfect blend of history and art that tells a story all its own. Collectors love coins like this because they combine historical importance with rarity and beauty. Every small variation, every subtle imperfection, carries the excitement of discovery. Maybe it's the thrill of knowing you've found something others have overlooked, or maybe it's the satisfaction of owning a piece of history that will only grow more valuable over time. Whatever it is, the Louisiana quarter captures that magic perfectly. So, if you ever come across a 2002 Louisiana State quarter, take a close look. Check the lettering, inspect the images carefully, and pay attention to the edges. That small coin could be hiding something extraordinary. Minting errors are often overlooked by casual eyes, but for those who know what to look for, they can be life-changing finds. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. How much could one of these rare Louisiana quarters actually be worth? While a regular one from your pocket change is still worth just 25 cents, a rare mint error version, in perfect uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $74,000. So, keep hunting, coin enthusiasts. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. Your next rare find might be waiting right in your spare change. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of this rare Louisiana State quarter, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We bring you amazing stories from the world of rare and valuable coins every week. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next treasure that could be hiding right in your pocket.